All right, hello again, everyone. This is going to be the second video for 2018. It's December 2nd, and it's starting to get a little colder. We have nights coming in soon, about 47 degrees within the week. So within the week, I'm going to have everything that you see out here that I want to keep as far as peppers, maybe not my Suriname cherries and all that other stuff, but mostly the peppers, especially what this video series is concerned about. Indoors in the garage under my T5 grow light. I got an 8-bulb T5 grow light in the garage, and I got a heat mat in the garage. So with those together, these should be fine all winter long. So let me just take you through what I'm going to be overwintering. And before I do that, this video is going to be just more overwintering. I'm getting into bonsai peppers as well. It's going to be into bonsai peppers, and it's going to also be into air pruning roots, which I discussed as well in the last video. So those three things, and one more is a pepper that you should try, definitely should buy, is I might be mispronouncing this, but chilahacle negro. Chilahacle negro pepper from Mexico. It's a black pepper. Look it up. It's delicious in powder. Delicious in powder. It makes your powder like taste completely different than a normal chili powder. It's about, I'd say, maybe cayenne hot, maybe a little less than cayenne hot. But cayenne really doesn't have much flavor, just hot. This chili has tons of character and tons of flavor. Highly recommended. And I'll show you those. I'm trying to propagate from cutting, and then I'm also overwintering a couple plants as well. So these lemon drop are still producing, still ripening on a daily basis to yellow. And I don't know if I have any yellow. I came through this morning and I pick them every day. I was watching Hank Starr's videos, and it says, hey, if you pick your peppers when they start to ripen, especially at the end of the season, during the middle of the season it doesn't matter as much, but towards the end of the season, if you pick them when they start to ripen, you get more fruits ripen overall in a short time, which you only have a short time at the end of a season. So for now, it's going to be maybe 3-4 days tops, and then my season's over. So I'm going to be in the overwintering stage. So these are, I might overwinter them. I might just kill them off. I don't know. These here, these fish peppers, I'm overwintering. This one specifically, I'm turning into bonsai. I might do the same with this as well. I don't know. It's all about the trunk. So I'm going to dig down. I did repot this one. This is the original pot. I did repot this one as an attempt just to keep it for next year, but not to bonsai it out. But I might, because then it'll be, these will both be second year. But they were in really crappy soil at first, so I consider these still like mid-year right now at this point. Mid their first year as far as growth is concerned. This is a bird's eye chili that I'm going to turn into a bonsai as well. I'm going to try to grow some sacrificial branches down here to thicken the trunk, to provide more of a taper, because this trunk has very, very, very small taper right now. So I'm going to try to grow a couple sacrificial branches down here, let them leaf out as much as possible, maybe even chop the top at the same time, let them leaf out as much as possible. Build this trunk, because that's the foundation of a bonsai. Once I get it as thick as I want, for the size pot I want to put it in, the height of the plant overall, the tree overall, then I'll cut the sacrificial branches off and then start working the canopy. I might start working the canopy towards the end of that process as well. So bird's eye. This pepper here is my BTR Reaper. I might also bonsai. I do like the trunk on this one. And there's 2 sacrificial branches that I left. I trimmed off most of the other branches. And there's 2 sacrificial branches on that I left. I'll fruit them next year, let them leaf out and fruit and all that. But then I might end up cutting them off anyways when I put this in, just more of a, chop the top and make it more of a bonsai, put it in a smaller pot. These 2 are my chilahacle negro that I am overwintering. I cut the roots almost all the way, real small root ball, but then at the same time I cut all the leaves off too to compensate for that. to try to keep it as much in balance as possible. I probably should have left a couple leaves, but hopefully they survive. I don't know if they will or not, but if not, I'm propagating some more upstairs anyway, so from cuttings from these plants. This one is what I believe is a Bohemian goat pepper. I could be wrong. That's one of the fruit there. And this is one of the fruit here that I crossed with my BTR Reaper myself. It didn't ripen fast enough, so I'm going to try to, while overwintering this, fruit that one and then get the seeds from it for my F1 BTR and what I believe is a Bohemian cross. Give me a sec. Alright, so this is a Scotch bonnet. I'm overwintering as well. I left some leaves on this one and a lemon drop. And by the way, lemon drops give you a ton of peppers. So that's lemon drop. And then one more is, so this one here, I believe it's like an ahi mango or sugar rush peach or something. I don't know what it is. It didn't fruit because it was shaded in the back. You can see in my last video it was shaded behind my BTR, so didn't really get a lot of sun, but I'm gonna try to do something with it this year. So there's that one, and then the pequin chilies and everything, all my new stuff here. So I'll take you up and then show you the air pruning. Give me a sec. Okay, so a lot of these peppers are started around October, and it's December now, so about 2 months of growth from when I count from when they pop out of the soil, so not when the seed, so maybe a week on top of that, 12 days on top of that. So what my method is to get a pepper. Let me show you an example of one I haven't double cupped yet. This one, for instance, which has already been topped, and let it grow in the cup. And as the roots grow, they spiral down to these slits and dry off and prune. There's a bug on there. Those are fungus gnats. They're fungus gnats. So I tried to use soil, and I have fungus gnats. They don't seem to be causing a problem. I don't have any fungus related issues, but they're here. So I let the plant grow, and then once, while I'm watering once a day, I see it drooping towards midday, like maybe 11 a.m. I know that there's not enough root contact with enough of the soil in the cup, because I know there's still more moisture in the soil in the cup, but the plant's drooping because it needs water it's not getting. And it's not too hot in here either, so. And then I know that, maybe I should double cup it. At that point, the roots have been pruning for about a month and a half, straight of pruning and branching. So then when I put the double cup on, like this one, and let me give you a better example. Let's see, this one, I double cupped on 11/25. So when I put that cup, the second cup, the green cup, and that's the growth so far. So not too much yet, but it's only been like 7 days, and I have roots all the way around. So I see that it takes about a day to 3 days from when I put the double cup down to where the bottom's not drying out anymore for the roots to then start popping out of those slits. So they're there ready, but they just prune. Noticing that you just prune before they can come out. So I've already proven that. So the pruning works once there's not enough roots contacting enough soil, even with the pruning, to keep it from drooping in the middle of the day. That's when I put the double cup. So try it on a couple plants. Let me know, if it works or not. If you do know what this is here, like the little swirls in the leaves, like something eating, let me know. I need to take care of that because it's happening to a lot of my leaves. These are my 2 BTR Reapers from seed, growing. Oh, let me just explain kind of why I'm pruning. When I take these outside, they're going to need to grow out into the soil, and then the roots at that point will work with bacteria, and they'll work with fungus to bring in nutrients. through beneficial relationships on either side. The more roots I have contacting more of those life forms, the better my plants are going to get fed. So that's why I try to prune as much as possible before doing the water on the bottom, which is also a really cool method because now they don't have any kind of drought stress at all. And they also have the benefit of pruning. So when I take them outside, there's going to be more roots in contact with more life, and these plants are going to have more vigor. I'll probably still end up having to foliar feed at first until they get established. But once they're established, I believe these are going to take off like crazy with all the roots that are going to be in the soil. And you'll see when I transplant them around March, the root ball. So we'll wait for that. Another plant that I'm trying to grow is the aleppo, A-L-E-P-P-O pepper. It's supposed to be a real tangy pepper, really good for drying. So I'm going to use that with my chulahacle negro for pepper flakes. And then I'm going to add in a super hot to spice it up even further. So probably I could add my, let's see here, I have some BTRs I can add. I don't know if I can find them in here fast enough for the video, but I have big caramel mama, a couple of those. I have several MA Vortex peppers. This is an MA Vortex that I topped. So instead of one branch, now I have, at least so far, in the middle there, there's 1, 2, 3. There's probably going to be some branches off the top too, maybe. And then the potential for 2 more branches down there. So that's why I top these, is to, instead of having one little bunch of flowers on the top of the plant, when it V's off, or maybe 2 little bunches, I'm going to have 10, 20 bunches of flowers a month and a half later. So I'm delaying flowering, encouraging more growth now instead of flowering, which stops growth, and then at the same time I'm going to get more fruit and flowers, but just at the expense of a short delay on that, which isn't a big deal because it's December. Let's see here. So that's basically it. I'm also propagating a lot of stuff. So I'm propagating lemon drop, chulahacle negro, BTR Reaper Scorpion. I found some seeds I got some chilies from the store. They grow better in colder climates, so I might try to grow them like in early spring. Black, thick walls. Manzano peppers, I believe. They're like yellow, like a Mexican variety. It's very, very sweet. Decent heat to them. Delicious pepper. Recommend those as well. If you can find them in the grocery stores, you'd have to go to like a Spanish, like a Spanish grocery store to get them. And then I'm also doing this. What I believe that plant is the Bohemian. I took some stuff off of that, and then I think this is lemon drop. 2 BTRs that don't look too good. So we'll see. So that's my video, my update. I normally top my peppers when I have at least 8 of these, so 8 potential branches. 6 to 8 potential branches that can form. That's when I top, whether it's flowering or not. I want to get those additional branches forming as soon as possible. I let them air prune as long as I possibly can until they just don't have enough water to be healthy. Then I double cup. But the entire time from when they're about this large, I'm feeding from the top with hydroponic nutrients. I'm using General Hydroponics Flora Series, and there's a 1/4 teaspoon at first per gallon of water of each of the 3, because it's 3 in a bundle. You got to mix together all together within a gallon of water. So a 1/4 teaspoon at first. Right now it's just 1/2 teaspoon for all this, is 1/2 teaspoon. So I'm getting this growth from 1/2 teaspoon. I don't see any deficiencies at all. I try to save some of the leaves so you can see. There were some a lot bigger than this one. But I chopped them all off because I just chopped them off. So I'm trying to keep a balance too. So I'm not chopping them off as down to nothing, because I want to still be able to supply sugars for the roots, because that's what the leaves are for the metabolic processes to continue. That's what the plants use the sugars for, and also to exchange the bacteria in exchange for nutrients that the plants need. We're not using bacteria right now because I'm feeding with hydroponic, but when they go outside, that's the basic use for sugars. So I'm not cutting all the leaves off at once. I'm chopping them off leaf by leaf every couple days until it's all the new growth, like this one. These are all the growth that weren't original. This is all from topping, growth after topping. Here for instance, there. Most of these leaves are, except for a few, like this one, are all leaves after topping. So I'm going to do another video 2 to 3 weeks from now, and you guys are going to see a dramatic difference in the size of these peppers, because from 2 weeks ago, it's already a dramatic difference. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely let me know. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching.